Excuse me. Don't the speaker. What about the manual? Manual.
We'll come to that.
Yeah.
We'll come to that. So even the manual is the requirement that the member has to meet. So there is a meeting point. The manual is the meeting point between the evaluator and the member. So that's what you need to keep in mind. When you are giving an evaluation, you are meeting the expectations of the member. That is the purpose that you're serving. So it's not as an evaluator that you do your performance, you give. So unless you keep that central message, you will be misguiding. Now, therefore, what we will do is go to Form B. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can I have a count of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
1,
2,
3,
4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1,
3, 4.
5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Right. Now, so what I'll do is everyone. So 1 will look at from 1 to 10. 2 will look at 11 to 20. 3 will look at 21 to 30. 4 will look at 31 to 40. 4 and 5 will look at 41 to 53. Okay? Just look at those statements. Here, the statements these have been collected based on the workshop that we have had in 1 or 2 workshops. So people pointed out that these are the issues of evaluations in the club. Okay. Now you will read those 10 and identify if it matches with any of your case. Put yourself into the shoes. Read those cases. If it matches with yours, which one is the one that matches with yours, number 1? Or it doesn't match, but it triggers you a different perspective. Let's bring that also into the discussion. So I'll give you 3 minutes to read the respective cases and we will review that. If anything is not clear, let me explain to you.
Excuse me, Manu sir, we are not
Which
quite
number?
clear.
Which number?
So what we have to do,
You just read the statement,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
And does that give you any sense? Does that match with your case? Does it give you anything, or does that remind you the kind of evaluation that you have been through, the issues that you face? Does it represent you? That issue, does that represent your case anyway? Or does that remind you anything? So you can see 1 to 10. Just read 1 to 10 in the second set. So 3 minutes is over. Now, if you have finished reading those components that were assigned, let's see. In the group one, anybody whose attention was taken by any points here among the one?
Yeah.
Yes, Toastmaster.
Actually, almost
Which-
all.
Almost all.
Almost all the points got my attention relating to our club, Bodhi Toastmasters Club.
Okay. So evaluators are not trained.
Yeah.
Yeah, evaluators are not trained. That's a
Evaluators
feature.
are not trained. Exactly.
Okay. Any other very prominent one that you would like to highlight from the group?
Prominent one, 4 and 5.
4 and 5.
Guidance is missing from the general evaluator as experienced personnel. What we faced is, at times the general evaluator himself or herself arrives very late to the meeting. So without having any time to spend with the other evaluators or even with the speakers or facilitate the entire process. So because there is no meaning before the meeting, and there is hardly any post after the meeting, so there is only during. So it's just fulfilling that purpose of being there,
Yes.
and within that limitation.
Casualness.
Casualness.
So that's the serious affair.
And that sums up almost everything for me now. Yeah.
Yeah. So very good. So general evaluation role is not seriously taken, and there is a casualness. So do all accept that fact?
Yes.
Is it prevalent in all the clubs?
Yes.
So that's a serious disease that we need to fight back. Okay.
The other thing is also number 5, which says the evaluator is not spending proper time with the speakers before the.
Yes.
It's only during the evaluation that the evaluation is done in the manner that it should be done, but not prior to the meeting.
Wonderful. Yes.
Though
So-
we have allotted half an hour time before the speakers and the evaluator should talk to each other, but it's very rare that it really happens.
My slide very clearly says we are putting ourselves into the shoes.
Yes.
So the moment we are commenting general evaluation is casually done, we are into the shoes of general evaluator, and next time when we take the general evaluation role, that we do justice to the kind of expectation that we have of general evaluations, we make sure at least the people that are attending this session will make sure that there is a religious seriousness demonstrated in the role that we take.
Yeah, religious seriousness.
Okay, number 1. So group number 2. Any point that attracted your attention?
I think I'm stuck with point number 20, 360 degree evaluation, which we, not
Very
seeing
good.
quite often.
Yeah. So 360 in pathways is very clearly given. There is a form 360 degree evaluations of a member to be done.
Yes.
So do we practice that?
I try to do.
You have done?
Yeah,
Sure.
I try to do.
Yeah, try. Very good. Vaktapur says,
I disagree because we cannot look at all aspects of 360 degree that we need to look into. I think we have to concentrate with the speech and just comment on the speech with areas. If we have to look at 360, the 3 minutes time that is allotted is not enough. You really need to sit behind after the meeting and evaluate. So during the 3 minute time.
let me intervene here.
Yes.
360 degree evaluations is not only of the speech evaluation. There is a separate form which a member can approach anybody to review his or her performance as a member. So not only speech in the different roles. So it's a different form. Okay. So first, literacy about 360 availability. It is available there in the system. number one, and the execution of that, I think, is missing. So that's something that we are not doing religiously. So 360, does that explain, Toastmaster Amir? So that's another. So group number 2, any pertinent point that you have identified?
I think it's like point number 11, structured training program,
Yes.
where the evaluators are told how to evaluate.
Yes.
So actually, when I did my icebreaker evaluation, I tried to do my best. So I read there is one manual. I tried to read that, but I was not exactly told how to do that. So if there was some guidance on how to evaluate, that would have been better.
Yes, in the beginning, the first statement that I made was, all along the Toastmasters were not training the evaluators, so therefore they were not in a business of Toastmasters. So training of evaluators was missing, and that's the initiation that we're taking. Yes, it's a very true fact. The Toastmaster mission depends on the integrity of each individual. If they have done the justice to the role on their own, have they found out? But there was no institutional training being conducted for the evaluators, and this is the process that we have just initiated. Third group.
So I'd like to highlight point number 24.
24.
Practice of awarding the better role taker in every meeting for the role takers. Yeah, this thing we have been practicing. Once there was a practice of giving the better role taker awards. With that, I used to feel so much inspired to do better in every role I take. Apart of being taking the role of speaker or evaluator. So this practice is not done now, so we need to practice it.
Yes.
So that every roles are made important and every role taker will improve.
Yes, yes. So therefore this point is there. This is a good practice, must be reinforced, practiced, and then improved. Therefore, that has to be done. Wonderful. Any other point from group 3?
Point number 25.
25,
Yeah.
yes.
Switching from less technical to other demanding roles. I think we all have been doing this because I've done it.
So you appreciate the gradual, the progressions that you have been given into the club roles.
Yeah.
Wonderful, good. So that's the way learning, and that's. Now let's move to the 4th group. Anybody who has got a point, pertinent point that caught your attention. Yes, Susan. 32.
Every member comes to follow up with the experience of members. When the current membership is not complete the evaluation, the team shall recommend the new member to continue.
Yes. So big.
Since I've been in Toastmaster for almost six months, and still now I'm seeking a mentor. And I've guided with my EXCOM members as well. Few of the EXCOM members are relatively following up with the members, and all of them are not really following.
Yes, yes. So that's a concern. That's a concern. Though we did say that there has to be a structured mentoring process, but there are no adequate mentors, number one. Number two, there is no structure whereby those members and mentors are assigned and they are helped. So that's a concern.
For this, I think almost all new clubs are facing the same problem.
Yes.
And I have been talking from the day one to the division that they should assign a mentor. They should have a pool of mentors, and they should all assign it. So I think the division is lacking on that part.
Can I seek advice from my daughter at times? Daughter is. Yes. So there should not be a classification of a mentor. Anybody, if I ask Samiksha to mentor me, I'm sure she'll satisfy some of the aspects. She will be able to help me in different aspects. So just putting mentor into a superior class, I think that's not required. So until division does it, the club themselves can co-chair each other helping.
But
I remember.
But I think evaluation and mentorship is different thing. You're talking about evaluation or mentorship?
The mentorship.
This one was
the
mentorship.
mentorship that the Susan. So what I'm suggesting through this is the club should not be deprived of that mentorship. You should have the mingling of the clubs. Each other can help.
Yes.
Each other can help. So that structure, if we go by, I think we'll go a long way. So that was group number 4, no? Group number 5.
Yes.
Yes.
There is very good point about
Which one?
that point number 44. There is no tool to evaluate the general evaluator, as well as there is no tool to track the development of the club.
Mm.
So that is one point. Can I pronounce other 2 points as well that I?
Yes, prominent points. So 44, yes.
The other one is members actually do not go back to their
Which
speech.
point?
That is 47.
47, okay.
Yes.